welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
All right, what's going on, everybody, huh? A little welcome back. First time live, as Patrick pointed out in the chat. Yeah, it's been since, well, I guess I technically did the So Rare MLB show earlier this week. But yeah, first time doing the live post-vacay on our own channels. Very exciting stuff. We're going to get TST on here in just a moment. We're waiting for two more, by the way, in a double dribble. So if you want to jump on, go for that. But just like a couple of quick hit announcements. I mentioned So Rare MLB at 4 o'clock. I'm jumping on the So Rare channel to do the second episode of The Short Porch, which I'm thrilled about the name of that. So go check that out. And the better that does, the more money we can get from them for the NBA show. So I'm tuned into those. And then I also announced on Twitter yesterday, and I think in the Discord as well, we're going to bring the marathon show back this year, which I'm very excited about. So we got a sponsor already, which was insane. So I'm excited about that. And then, yeah, we'll be like firing up these more regularly, and then I'll have an NBA bid schedule probably ready to go in 2 weeks. But for those that have been following along on the Celtics Daily Journal or videos, it's just impossible to try to do a lot of content right now. So we can't be doing the NBA bit. Otherwise, I'll be ready to kill people by November. So we're slow and steady wins the race. There we go. Wow, Tandy's in there. Tandy sent me an important tweet. I hope it's Dream Shaker related. Wait, did you send it to me, Tandy? I don't see it. I don't see it in here. So let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I don't see it. Oh, Tandy, if you're just throwing me down a rabbit hole, I swear to God. But anyways, good to see you. We're waiting for two here for a double dribble. One for a double dribble. So let me get TST in here right now. And then we got to look at the sick ass graphics our guy made right here. We got to share screen so you can see it. Oh shit, hold on. TST, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Dude, it's good. It's good. Good to have you back. All right, how does this look? Oh no, we didn't do it. Hold on. Bang. Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm excited that NFL is going to start so I can stop wasting money drafting there and just draft NBA.
I know, right? I feel the same way. Man. I've been like forcing. Also, I saw the reply, Tandy. A+ job. A+. Found a penis in my shirt. Yeah, I feel the same way. That I am just out here drafting football stuff. Like, and I feel like I'm running out of time, so I feel stressed out about it, and that I haven't done enough. I'll be honest. This is like the first time I have unplugged for a little while. Since I started streaming regularly. This like the vacation / just like not doing best ball as much as I normally do. And it kind of feels nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good time to unplug because literally nothing is going on. Like I want NFL to get back, but like I'm pretty pumped that we've had like Eurobasket start up. Just like I haven't even been watching the real games, just to throw in the highlights, just to, like remember what like watching sports felt like, even if it's just for like a 6-minute YouTube recap on the FIBA site.
You better be watching highlights because our guy Neemias Queta, I gotta take a huge L on my concern around the Celtics front court. Stepping into 3-point shots, hit some mid-range jumpers yesterday. 23 and 18 was nuts.
Well, Sandro Mamu, the newest Raptor. Speaking of average ass Eastern Conference teams, and they're very, very average bigs playing in Euro, had a big upset against Spain today and got team, so
there's been a couple. I forgot Sengun was on Turkey too, and seeing Turkey like beat the piss out of Latvia yesterday, and I thought Latvia was going to be favored in that one, so I was kind of surprised there. But I guess like pivoting to some of best ball stuff. So I think I've only done one NBA draft. I'll enter lobbies a lot of the time, and then if I see it's waiting for 9 more, I'm like, I don't have time for this. So I've only done one post vacation. Did I miss anything during that 2-week run? Has there like what? Because I know you've kind of had a finger on the pulse. What's been like the movement?
Well, the schedule released while you're gone, right? I think that's probably the biggest, and I would say people haven't adjusted.
So talk a little.
As I expect.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that and how that impacts the playoffs. I know it's a little bit different than last year, where last year we had a sprint at the end, right? So you got through the regular season. If you made it to the final, it was a 3-week run. And then it was just, how many games you had during that 3-week run. Cool. But now it's a little bit different where you just continue to get put in pods as you qualify. So how does the schedule impact that?
So speaking about last year, I think is maybe important because I think in like we assume that everyone's going to play all their games, and that's just not the case, especially considering this ends in the second last week of the season. So it's just a complete shit show for NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So I think last year we overreacted to the schedule. So everyone was fading Orlando, and Paolo and specifically, he was a late first rounder and started sliding to the mid second, early second.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny about that is he was the third or fourth best player if you just look at the playoffs only.
Right.
But it was good to fade him because he got injured. So it ended up kind of working out. But if you did get Paolo through, you probably did decently in it. You still didn't do better than Giannis and Jokic teams. But then throughout the playoffs, because I had one bullet in DraftKings, which was this style. So it was still the pods.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically at the end of the year, Jokic and Giannis had 1 game difference most weeks, but then they were alternating who was sitting, and whether you advance was just going up and down based on basically whether or not Jokic or Giannis, because they have such high advance rates that almost everyone in your pod had one of the two.
Right.
It was just who is going to sit more games was basically doing that. So I think the sitting games and all that aspect, we didn't think about enough on Underdog last year. That being said, because it's gone back to the pod format where you have 6 weeks, 2 weeks each round, we have to look at the schedule a little more. And I think it matters more just I wouldn't guarantee that a team that's playing 4 games that your star players are necessarily going to play 4, but we got a bunch of teams playing 2 in one of the weeks in the finals, which is not good. So and the Knicks only have 5 games total. So they have a 3 and then a 2 in the finals. Jokic has a 2. So everything is all my sims and everything is telling me that Giannis should be picked over Jokic. I still won't do that, but I know I've picked my best draft slot in the double dribble is number 3 once, and it was an auto because I forgot I joined and left. And then other than that, the best I've picked is 5.
How many have you done? So speaking of 5, it looks like I'm in the 5 hole. How many have you done so far?
How many am I at? I'm at 25 total, but some of those are the bounce pass. So I've done at least 15 double dribbles, maybe 16 or 17.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is my 30th right now. Speaking of, let's see who we got in here. I'm seeing of all the names I recognize. I'm the first one here at 5. Maddie Harrison here at 7. Who else we got in here? And then Boston based at 11. Is that anybody else? Anybody else here? Yeah, you were mentioning that about taking Giannis over Jokic. It is tough to do that. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you're never picking in the top 3, but that is kind of an interesting thing. It does feel like Luka has officially surpassed SGA in almost every draft. I very rarely see SGA going ahead of Luka these days, which
really? I'm still seeing it a ton.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe it's just not in the drafts that I'm in.
Yeah. His ADP is still Shea's still ahead of him in ADP. But people, the difference is that people did
LeBron just go number 2?
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
I'm getting Giannis or Wemby at 5 here.
Amazing.
So we need to watch what his second pick is, because if his second pick is crazy, this is over. But if his second pick isn't crazy, this will live. Take Wemby.
What I will say with Luka versus Shea, though, is that I never see Shea go ahead of Wemby or Giannis, but I'll see Luka go there.
Yeah, I have 2. So, okay, Luka goes 3, Giannis 4. So we are going to get Wemby here at 5. Is there any world where you're taking SGA over Wemby these days, or you click Wemby every time?
Wemby every time. I think OKC is going to pull back a bit. They already kind of did it last year just because they're beating the shit out of everyone. But I could see a world where they do it even more. They seem even deeper too this year. So I could see them doing a little more rest, just especially after that long run.
Yeah. So we kind of got interrupted by the draft actually starting when talking about the schedule, and we talked about teams it impacts negatively the most. Has there been any like who's benefiting the most from the schedule release? And also before you hit that, sorry, Artem in the chat was saying it might live regardless. Haven't seen them I've had one get canceled.
Oh, you've had one get canceled?
Yeah.
I was assuming that he just hasn't gone through them yet, and we're gonna get like a slew of canceled like further down the line.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I had one, but
okay. Well, that's good news for. I thought more are getting canceled than that I've seen.
All right, maybe I haven't gotten them canceled. Now you guys are making me think I haven't, but I thought for sure I had one that just was like, here's your $15 back. All right, sorry, I cut you off. I asked you a question and then cut you off. So who's been impacted positively?
So there's like a handful of teams that have like eight playoff games in the finals. Like if we're looking at playoffs in total, Houston and Detroit were the big winners. Orlando was up there too. So like, I've been getting, I think in my double dribbles, like 50% of my drafts, I either have Cade or Paolo based on where I've been landing. And then because I have them ranked ahead of Edwards. So they both have like pretty positive. Houston has like pretty good ones. For that, like some things I look at a little bit is like who can kind of pair decently together. So like, like I'm still going to always pick Jokic first overall, but I might like try to look and see that I get a big that has 4 games on the final week to hopefully maybe do something. But like there's a world where he beats a lot of bigs with just 2 games anyways, if they only have 3. So like there's not like huge things that I would do. I think the biggest one though is New York. They have a bad playoff and the worst finals. And I also think that I think their minutes get trimmed anyway. So I was a little lower on New York anyways. I was pretty much low on everyone in New York except for Brunson and Towns. And now with this playoff schedule, I'm like lower on them too.
Yeah, I was starting to talk myself actually into Bridges a little bit, where I was like, I bet his minutes do come down a little bit, but for where he's getting drafted, and like we saw the nut low like run out of Mikal Bridges last year. And so worst case scenario, you get what you get last year. And that at that ADP, I think that's fine. But I think he could outperform his ADP by quite a bit. But the finals thing is kind of a bummer. Like it'd be one thing if he had a bad finals, but everything else was fine. We're on the clock here with our second pick. So we got Giddey on the board. I don't really want James Harden here. We've got Kevin Durant, Amin Thompson. Where would you go here?
I'd probably go Giddey.
Yeah. Let's get Giddey. Let's get Giddey, and then let's try to get a wing here with this next pick. We've kind of ruined our ADP value immediately with Wemby by taking Giddey 7 picks ahead of ADP. But I do like that you've come around on Giddey because I feel like I was forced to lower my Giddey take early on because I was like, oh shit, TST doesn't like him, but you seem back in now.
Yeah, like I was just like looking at things, saw some other projections and stuff, and I think they're the weird one in that they have a bad playoffs as a whole, but a really good finals.
Right.
Like they have the maximum games in the finals. And so like that, like completely washes for me. Like you should be able to like piece together people to get you there and get some pod luck or whatever. So like that kind of like balanced it a little bit for me. And then like who, like, I was just like thinking like, who does Chicago have really? Like, like his good run. I was worried that his good run was just kind of like when nothing was really going on and everything, but it was also like people moved out of his team. And then he shot the ball pretty well, like probably way better than he was gonna, but I was pretty high on Giddey last year going into it. And I think maybe the early season stuff kind of let me down and maybe had a bad feeling. And when I looked at everything again, he made it a little better.
I mean, that was a pretty large sample size last year. Like, I don't know if the 3-point shot, I mean, he was like essentially shooting 40% from 3 on decent volume the second half of the season. I don't know if that's going to continue, but even if he shoots 35% from 3, that's still like respectable. And the thing that I like about Chicago too, is they're not going to be so far out in front. They're going to rest guys, and they don't tank. Like, so Giddey is going to play regardless, where some of those other teams you can get a little bit nervous there down the stretch. Yeah, I really like Giddey. And I mean, compared to some of the other guys in that range, like we talked about a James Harden, I do think he kind of gets pulled back. I mean, he basically said out loud, I want to do less this year. So that makes me a little bit nervous. You talked about Brunson, who could have gone ahead of him, although his ADP seems to be correcting a little bit because he was going so early for a while. But you could have talked me into Amon Thompson or Kevin Durant there. Like I would have been. I'm nervous about KD. I wish KD was going like 6 spots later. But with Houston having good playoffs, I don't know. Maybe I need to reconsider both him and Amon.
Like there, would he go? What pick is that? 20.
KD went 22. Harden went 25. All right, looks like we're on the clock here. Do we have a wing available? So we've got Mobley. We could get a second big right away. We've got Franz there. I've been talking myself into some more Cooper Flag too. I don't have a lot of him, but are you comfortably clicking Wagner here?
I could be talked into Mobley. I'm going Franz or Wagner there, or Franz or Mobley there.
Let's get
probably
weird.
Mobley.
Yeah, let's get weird, and then we just shut down Biggs.
Yeah.
We done with Biggs?
Pretty sure we are, unless something crazy would happen later. But
yeah, I've been trying to get into this a little bit more too, because I think one of the leaks in my game last year, I think I got pretty, and I don't think it was necessarily wrong, but I got pretty married to a specific structure of like 5 wings immediately. And I think with wings, not 5, but you know what I mean? Like, what did we say? It was like 4 in the first 6 you wanted, something like that?
Yeah.
Because of the drop off. And now with the wing positions changing a little bit and it's a little bit deeper, I think you can get a little friskier.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like where we're headed, like our next pick's what, like 44?
Yeah, it's got DeMar DeRozan written all over it.
Yeah, that there's still like it's okay there, depending on like if there's been a run in the room or not.
Mm-hmm.
But if your first one's like in the 50s, you're swinging at like some things that can hit. Like you're swinging at like a Kawhi, you're swinging at a Lowry. So it's like these guys that their best case scenario are smashes. But like,
but there's some
are
real
they going to
floor
get there? Yeah. So like their floor can be pretty darn. Can you send me the link to the draft board?
Oh yeah. Sorry. We should be talking about your tool.
No, we don't have to talk about it. I'll run it in the back here though.
Yeah. Let me throw it in the private. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah. I can see.
Sorry. I ignored that message 6 minutes ago. Yeah. I need somebody to talk me off of Trey Murphy too.
It won't be me.
Dude, I can't stop clicking Trey Murphy.
Man, I click him all the time, and like above what he's in.
Yeah.
This doesn't work for me.
Oh, did I send you the wrong link? Hold on. I got to pull the board out, right?
Yeah. Oh, did you?
I know what I needed to do. Sorry. That should work.
It's still, I'm wondering if it'll work if I'm not, if
Let
like
me
you
send
need
it
to be a user in the draft or not.
Maybe that'll work. All right, let's what did Maddie and Boston Base do here? What's their situation looking like? So Boston Base had an AD, JB, Fox, and White start. There you go. We got 2 Celtics. We got Ant-Man, Siakam, and Maxey with Harrison on the board. What are you doing with Embiid? So Embiid now go and pick 41. Like, I don't know what to do with Embiid.
So I was like ready to start clicking him a bit. Like maybe, be ready to like reach at times. In my mind, like whatever build that is, I'm adding an extra big. Let's get this pick in here.
Yeah. So out of that, DeRozan, Randall, Kawhi, Miller, Murphy, are you just following your ranks here and taking DeRozan?
Yeah. Unless you want to go Kawhi. That's the only one you could talk me into because I'm hoping that maybe Murphy.
Let's go Kawhi. Let's go Kawhi. Let's do it. Let's do it. There we go. Kawhi, welcome aboard. All right, sorry. Keep going. I feel like you were saying something.
Yeah, so Embiid, but what I did is I went through and I updated like my ranks and like my projections and like so I run like like, so I have my sim that runs, and then I also have like this metric that is like, their weekly relevance. So that has to do with what they're projecting to do each week based on their position. So how high they'll finish in their position, how many more points they'll score compared to the average of their position, and then like globally, how much are they scoring compared to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through like specific player schedule and updated them. So I did like the players that are injured at the start of the year, and then I did like I know Embiid's not going to play a single back-to-back all year,
Right?
So
and they've got the most back-to-backs.
Yes. So I went and I changed his games to like reflect that in each week, and he ends up like being like roughly kind of where he should be, like in
like pick 40.
Yeah, like I have him 45 ranked, and like the bigs ahead of him, like Jackson, Zubac, Chet, like they're projecting like similarly to him. And this is assuming like he plays every game except for back-to-backs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has a decent playoff schedule even with the back-to-backs, so like that's where he's there. Vucevic, you could argue.
Fuck yeah. Sorry. Our guy Trey got here.
Oh, yes.
So we've got a Giddey, Kawhi, Wemby, Mobley start. Do we take Trey, right? You're not making a case for Bane. Okay. All right, cool. Sorry. Continue. I was watching that saying like, are we going to get Trey here? And we did.
So when we're doing, like I'm kind of looking at the bigs around, like Vucevic, I'm not like 100% that he'll be on Chicago the whole time. Said that last year, was wrong. So maybe I'm just thinking that again. So like all the way to Duren, he kind of projects this like similarly. So you could make a case that like you should take Duren over him, maybe just like, okay, what are the chances that he doesn't have another injury spell?
Right.
It's just that like when you remove all those back-to-backs, and if he plays
every other
like
game,
he could be like what you need. And
right.
So at that price, I'm never taking him ahead of ADP.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too.
I'm trying to figure out, do I rather take him as my second big, or do I rather take him as my first big?
I think, man, if you had like the 101, you rolled the 101 and you could get him at this range where what did he go? Like Miles Bridges. Like if you could get him to fall to like late 40s, I'm in on that.
Like
as
the
your
second turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then you're like, okay, let's just hope, because like, again, if you somehow are able to get Embiid down the playoff stretch,
yeah,
and like, I don't imagine the Sixers are comfortable, like when they get to the postseason. And again, he's probably not playing back-to-backs, but I don't know, that could be just like a slam dunk of a, like you said, the guy that you need.
Yeah. So I'm definitely like more open than I thought I would be. I think his ADP is like relatively like decently priced for what it's like, for the upside that there is. And then like, I'd rather just like take him more when he falls though.
Yeah.
If you're taking him as your third big, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You've done it wrong. But one thing I don't think I've done yet is I don't think I've taken him as my first big. And I actually think that could also be like an interesting way to do it. Like if you get him, as your like, you have, let's say you get him as your fifth player and he's your first big.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like big is a thing that like there's just volume later that you can pick up.
You can like double click when you get to pick like 100 and 110 or whatever,
or just pick up one of them and then like pick the like late guys like
Derek Lively.
Indiana, Boston, Dallas, Golden State. A big doesn't come off till plus 150 for those teams. And like those are like theoretically starters. There might be some murky situations where you don't know who it is, but
whoa. Okay. So we're back on the board here. Here's our run of bigs. I don't think we're going to take an Alex Sarr with the Wemby Mobley as much as I would like. I think we're taking one of Poole, Cam Thomas, or Zach LaVine here. Does that sound right to you? Or would you take a third big?
Yeah. We have Trey. We'll talk. I think I'd go Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I feel most comfortable with Jordan Poole. And like I don't know if this is what you were going to say, but that is kind of like some Trey Murphy coverage a little bit too. If I feel like Poole would get a little bit a few more shots up, but I also don't think they like they don't negatively correlate either.
Yeah. Where are you with Cam Thomas?
Man, Brooklyn is a cesspool. I don't trust anybody there. I saw a great tweet that was like, I don't know what it is about the Brooklyn Nets, but the Brooklyn Nets like to do everything but play basketball. And I think he's going to be on the Brooklyn Nets. They've got a tank again this year, right? They have their pick again this season, I think, right? Yeah, one more season. So I just don't feel great about it.
I mean, if they played their best players, would they not still be tanking?
That's true.
I think the draft pick factors into that exactly.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't really know what to make. Like, I think where he's going is fine. Like, I'd fine clicking him. He's gonna get his shots up. It's just gonna be such a terrible team to watch.
Yeah, it's like even like I want to get to Michael Porter Jr. Like I was like super high on him at first, but then like I'm like the combination of he doesn't project well, but like it's also like all that stuff is based off his past in which he like probably doesn't get the ball as much, but even like ones where they alter like usage and stuff like that, those types of projections, they don't have him going crazy either.
No.
So that with the risk of just like, who are they going to shut down on their roster? Who will they shut down? I mean, it's going to be him. I mean, Nick Claxton.
Him and Michael Porter Jr. That's it.
Yeah. Like Nick Claxton, maybe, but like, who cares? I'm not drafting him anyways.
All right. So we're at pick 77 here. We've got 2 wings in Kawhi and Trey. We got 2 guards in Gideon Poole. We're not taking another big. I kind of want to take either IQ or Christian Brown here.
Then I'd go IQ between those two.
I don't have a lot of Christian Brown. But
his ADP is high, man.
Yeah, it is high. But I do still like him more than Benedict Mathurin right now, who, I mean, I like Mathurin. I do like Mathurin. I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like there is a world where Brown has like another leap in him. Like he was great for them last year.
Man, didn't he shoot the ball crazy though? Like crazy efficiency.
Yeah, but he's getting wide open looks. Let me look at his numbers here. We do need another wing here. So yeah, he averaged 15, 5, and 3 last season, shooting 39% from 3. But what was the volume on those threes? So he went from taking 1 3 a game his rookie year, 2 his second year, and just about 3 last year. He basically went 1 for 3. But it was 1.1 for 2.8. So it looks like it's 39%. But also a steal, or like 1.5 stocks per game. I don't know. I feel like I like Brown's game. But Boston Base had thoughts on Rudy. I think Rudy's fine. I think Rudy's like stable. I don't want him to be my first big, but if he's my second.
Yeah. Like Rudy's just, he's pretty average. I feel like you can get the same thing later. That's why I'm like low on him. And Minnesota has a shit playoff schedule too. So,
that's right. So let's, because I'm going to be in a situation where I think I'm going to need to spray some wings. We have a 3-2-2 build right now. When we get to this range, like, would you be, because our next picks are what, 92 and 101. Or do you have like somebody you really like in that range? I know we have Cam Johnson here, Jaden McDaniels. I'm not getting to a lot of Bobby Portis, and the Kuminga situation just. I was really excited about Kuminga when I thought he was getting moved, and now I have no idea what's going to happen.
Insane, man.
It's nuts.
Of those ones, if you go back.
Oh, sorry. McDaniels just got taken. Let's look at this again. So Cam, Ace, Bobby. We also could get guards. Like there's Simon's there. I have a ton of Scoot, so I'm trying not to take Scoot, but
yeah, I like Cam. I think I'm higher on Cam than maybe I should be though.
Well, he's gone.
Good.
So Yeah, looking at this range again, the wings, Ace Bailey's the next one, and then Bobby Portis, which I wouldn't be mad about Bobby Lobby here, or we take another guard, but I kind of think we need a wing.
We're at pick 92.
Yeah.
Who's is that Jaden Ivey there?
Yeah.
I'd consider Jaden Ivey over Bobby Portis. But
all right, let's do it then. So we're at a 4-2-2 build now. I have a feeling we're going to be drafting Bilal Coulibaly on this one. Talk to me about your love for Andrew Wiggins, because that is something that pops up every time I draft Andrew Wiggins. Let's see, because I'm using TST's ranks BT Dubs, and he's got, where's Wiggins? You've got him ranked 107. Oh no, his ADP shifted a little bit.
I was just ahead of it though. It's just from me.
Well, yeah, I thought his ADP was like 120. It
was. He's come up a lot.
All right,
there's a little bit of issue with ADP right now in that there's not too many drafts filling.
That's true.
So those can be a little accurate. But I think he's finally passed Norman Powell. Before Norman Powell was like in this range, but maybe a little later, and then he was like in the 120s. And the ADP was the only thing like kind of holding me back from pushing him up. Like there's just in that range, there's like you're kind of running out of guys. He projects pretty well. Miami, like it's Hero Bam, and then what?
And then what? Yeah.
So there's a chance that he can, like, definitely not a ceiling play, that's for sure. But he can kind of just eat minutes for you. So like I really like him if you've either started really weak on wings, or say you've done like one wing and then haven't come back for a while.
Yeah.
He's nice. Just like, he's going to play a lot of minutes and he's going to produce like average amount of points for those minutes.
Do you think we take him here? Take Wiggs? Is that who you like the most? I know the bigs are still there, but again, I think with the Wemby Mobley start, it'd be nuts to take a big.
No, we can pretty much click off that if we wanted
so let's get Wiggins.
What's with the Monk stuff? Is he like they're shipping him off?
The Sacramento Kings are on fucking crack, man. I don't know what they're doing. They want to get rid of Monk so they have space to sign Russ. I swear to God. I don't know. I don't understand. I really don't. And I don't know why the Warriors didn't take that deal, right? It was Monk and like a first, right? For Kuminga.
Yeah.
Like what?
But like who like they really want to play Keon Ellis? Like
no, they won't.
What? I guess they have Dennis Schroeder. Like, is he's their starter?
Yeah. Oh, my dog is like losing his mind right now. He just had I think he just ate and then had some water, and so when he because he's fluffy around his face, when he dries off, he just runs and dive bombs against the couch. And I have my headphones in, so it's a little muffled. I was like, "What is going on behind me?" I don't know.
That or you bet the over on Sacramento, and he just losing his mind.
Seriously. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, man. I like this Risache pick, by the way. I do think I want to adjust ranks a little bit to get some more Risache in my life.
I can't get there. I have him like ranked way, way lower. Like that ADP is holding them like 10 spots for me.
I know, but I think I want some. What if he takes a leap?
Takes a leap, but like their team got better.
Yeah, but I don't think that impacts his minutes too much. Do you?
I think his minutes are probably like I'm sure I increased his minutes from last year. In my
projections, just like less impactful.
Yeah, like I'm just like they have more guys. I don't see his usage necessarily going up. He's actually someone who I'm interested to see how he does in Eurobasket a little bit.
Yeah.
That's like, like there's some guys where I'm just like, I need something to see what the ADP is telling me. And I just need like a report or something.
Let's see. France beat the piss out of Belgium today, 92-64. And he scored 10 points on 3 for 4 shooting, 2 for 3.
What did he shoot from 3?
2 for 3 from 3.
Okay. That's not that bad then.
No.
So, what?
Move him up.
They weren't playing someone particularly good.
Yeah, I think that's just one of those guys where You're right though. Maybe I wish his ADP was a little bit lower. Like if he was going in the 11th round, like Keontae George should be going before Risachet. But I do like the idea of just taking some shots on those on second year guys, just being like, let's see what happens. Let's see
Yeah.
if he takes a jump.
I think if his team wasn't projecting to be like way better than last year, I could I could get there a little easier for them. But like they brought in Na too, like not the same position, but like just take that's like a creator, pseudo creator, I would say. Like creator's maybe a little generous for Na.
Yeah.
But just like I don't know, like the guard to wing fluidity of the NBA, like really like impacts like usage, I think, more than minutes. So like I see him just kind of standing there. Like I don't see him getting to create that much.
I think that's fair. Oh, we're on the clock. Let's see. We probably need another wing here. We see Norman Powell. Do we just get some Cam Whitmore or some Bilal Coulibaly? I think I like both of them more than Norman, but where are you at?
Probably Bilal.
Yeah.
I think Bilal's a little safer pick, actually.
I do too.
There's a world where Cam smashes, but like Washington is like weirdly deep.
Weirdly deep at every position but the big.
Yes. Besides the bigs, but like weirdly deep in that, it's just because like when you have no one, you have everyone.
Right. Oh fuck! I was just gonna. You mentioned Nah. I was having a conversation with our guy Tyler Durden Heat, Stan Loves, who is always very measured. But he said that Karis LeVert is a better player than Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and I'm just curious where you land on that.
Well, like you like I have a lot of Canadian bias here.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
I'm not the guy to be asking this question.
That's
he's
true.
A very, very important piece to Canada basketball. Karis LeVert is a better bucket getter.
Yeah,
does he contribute to winning more? I don't think so.
Dude, that's the same. That was the same conversation I had too. Like that's not even Karis slander. I think Karis is fine. Like if you need somebody to come off the bench and score 18 points. But then there was an interesting, and I was surprised to learn this too. Karis LeVert scored 20 plus, I think like 13 times last season. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker did it 23 times. And I was like, whoa, all right.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that.
Like I would take Karis LeVert in the double dribble ahead of Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I don't think I have ranked.
No, I can check because I use your rankings. I was hoping Cam Whitmore might slide all the way back, but let's see. Alexander-Walker, you have him ranked 200th.
Okay, so where are we at here?
So yeah, we're at a 4-4-2 right now. We've got for wings, we got Kawhi, Trey, Wiggins, and Bilal. Guards, we got Giddy, Poole, IQ, and Ivy. Looking at some names here. Jalen Suggs, I've kind of pumped the brakes on a little bit. You got Pajemski, I'd be okay with. Vassell, Bub. For the wings, it like drops to Jabari, Canoople. Wouldn't mind Canoops, PJ, and Tari. Anything you're excited about there?
Damn. I think we got to go guard here. I could do pods.
Yeah, I think this is my first year of pod, so let's do it.
I think we're tracking for.
Yeah, do you need me to reshare the thing?
It doesn't work. I don't think if it's not.
Not.
Remember the thing I feared?
Yeah.
Sick. But yeah, so here we got 5-4-2 going. We're going probably 7-7-2, maybe a 6-8-2, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We're probably going 7-7-2. I don't feel that confident about our guards, even though we went like 3 straight there.
No, there's a lot of upside on those guards, but there's also a lot of floor on all of them.
I think Zach Edey was one of the players I had to come around the most, actually, as he goes off the board there.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you I think that's a mistake.
So I would I have him like around his ADP before I had him at like 160. But I was listening to a pod with like a Memphis guy.
Which podcast?
This was like he was a guest on. It was the guy from Locked On. Memphis.
Okay.
And he was on like a fantasy pod. Josh Lloyd, and they were talking about like when they had the coaching change and how different it was. And then I like looked at some of his minutes increase and all that stuff. And that's like kind of like won me over a bit. I know he's injured right now, but I don't think it doesn't look like it's going to be like a super amount of time. And there's kind of no bigs in that range either.
No, I mean, that is the case for it, is that there's no bigs in that range. I'm pretty concerned. Like, dude, he like rolled an ankle and they're like out 4 months. Like, I don't know how many rolled ankles require surgery, but his did. And so that stuff makes me a little bit nervous. The fact that both of their bigs are like not going to be ready for camp stresses me out a little bit. But I don't know. But you're right though. At that range, like, who cares?
Yeah. Like, I was way out. Like, his name I would never even see it in the queue because he was ranked so high and what was always gone by the time. And every time anyone took him, I was like, ooh. But I came around a bit, like, when I heard about like Weiser was talking about, they went heavier pick and roll with him.
Mm-hmm.
But like Memphis was such a shit show before that, like
that's true too.
It was crazy. So I don't know how much look into that, but
I just think we should be clicking Santi Aldama more in the late round.
So I had Santi ranked ahead of him.
Whoa!
Originally,
yeah. Okay. All right. I
think it went Santi Edie in my rankings, and like Santi was like around 160, and he was like, I was like, I'm taking Santi ahead.
Yeah. Okay, that is pretty low.
Yeah. So
all right,
I've changed that, but I do like Santi as a late click.
All right. We probably need a wing here, right? I mean, the Scottie Pippen Jr., we got PJ Washington, there's Sexton, who I kind of like, Obi Toppin, Herb Jones. I don't mind clicking Obi Toppin's name. Speaking of the devil, Santi Aldama's down there. But I kind of believe we need to get a wing here.
Yeah. Then I would probably go, this is pick 140.
Mm-hmm.
What's PJ's? I'd probably go PJ.
Yeah, PJ, and then hope one of the other ones falls to us. We just double click.
Yeah, I would probably say no Herb because we have Trey.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Even though like there is like a world where they both are fine together, especially Herb's. I feel Herb's ADP is a little low. I don't know.
I think so too, man. I mean, because it's not like
people just forgot about him.
Yeah, well, and he keeps getting hurt, but I like he's gonna play alongside. It's not like only one of him or Trey plays; they play together. Yeah. Man, I saw an insane report yesterday. I think it was Bleacher Report too. Let me see. I quote tweeted it.
The Lakers one.
Oh my god, yeah, just being like, finally they'll have somebody to like a lob threat. I'm like, when? And then I think Brett Usher looked it up. He's like, PJ converted 3 alley-oops last year. Like the whole season. That would be a great get for the Lakers if they were able to do it, though.
Of course.
I do love PJ. This team is going to be super boom bust.
That's how you win.
It is nice to know, though, that like we only have 2 bigs, but that is a flex spot every single week.
Yeah. We're just like, we're trying to fill the rest with our that's why like, yeah, you're like, oh, the wings aren't that great, but you're like, okay, I just need 2 of these guys each week.
Right.
And you know what? Like, when these like average ass players like Andrew Wiggins play 4 games that week, his score is going to be decent every time.
And if those guys can just carry us to the playoffs or to the advanced stretch, and then you get Kawhi playing, because I think Kawhi is not going to play a ton early on, but we saw him last, as we're back on the clock here. Looks like Obi Top. Wow, Karis LeVert went before Obi Toppin. So would you take Herb or Obi?
I'd take Obi Toppin.
Yeah, me too. I think Obi's going to have like a decent year this year.
There's a chance that like their centers are so depleted that they play small with him.
Yeah, just play fast, you know?
Yeah. Like you go like Toppin, Pascal, Andrew Nemhard, Matherin, and then like, you know, they mix in Jarris Walker maybe in those small ball lineups. Shooting will be a problem, but, you know, just get up and down.
I wouldn't mind clicking Jarris Walker if he's still going to be around our next pick.
Yeah, I was clicking him a lot early.
Yeah, he jumped up.
No, but then I think he's fallen off.
Is he? Let's see what his...
Check his ADP now. It's like, I think real low.
174. All right.
Yeah. Like it was up in the like maybe late 150s, 160s at one point.
Okay.
Which was-
Man, Jeremy Sohan too, I feel like is going like compared to where he was going last year, it's kind of nuts to see him in the 13th round.
I'm unranked, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I have him ranked either. I already know who we're taking for our next pick, by the way, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna speak it into existence yet.
Because here we're a little ahead on wings.
What are we, 5'6"? We're 5'6" right now?
Yeah.
I like some late guards though. I feel like there are some guards that still produce that can get drafted pretty late.
Yeah. We can also
I think we
talk into 8 wings too. If we want.
I think we take a wing with this next pick. If of course Walker gets picked. Who did that? Was it
with the guy we were just talking about, with the guy you didn't want to talk about?
Yeah. No. Jalen Wells too. I was gonna have he's come up too. You were getting Jalen Wells around 16 for a while.
Yeah. He Jalen Wells and Chris not Chris Dunn. Who's the Phoenix Dunn? Not Chris Dunn.
Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn. Chris Ryan. Boring ass white boy name. Those two are my like, could they be like this year's light Dyson Daniels?
Yeah. I think Jalen Wells has a real shot at Ryan Dunn. I have no idea what the fuck Phoenix is going to do this year, offensively, defensively. I don't know what they're going to do. The Dylan Brooks. I wish Dylan Brooks wasn't there. That would get me a little bit more excited about it. But Jalen Wells, I love Jalen Wells. I mean, he's going to play like 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, like the reason they were like okay with getting rid of Bane, is in part because of him.
Yeah.
Right? So like him, and it's kind of funny, like Dyson Daniels got traded into the situation, whereas those teams traded away and they're the like piece kind of left over from it. So I could see like both of those players having that. The thing is I don't think they have like as much upside as Dyson Daniels. I think Jalen Wells doesn't have the defensive contributions that Daniels does, and I don't think Dunn's offensive game is as good as
shoot, man.
But could maybe like get there defensively.
I mean,
Daniels just ran so fucking hot last year.
That's what I was gonna say. Nobody is gonna do that again. Dude, he 5 steals like 100 times. Unsigned Russell Westbrook here going in the 14th round with a report coming that he might not play basketball this year except on his yacht. All right, our player's still live right now. Although Sam Hauser's a good click. I think that's an underrated click, although I'm nervous he gets traded. I thought Maddie might get him. Dennis Schroeder, I do think is a nice pick.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to let you have a say in this, by the way. We're just clicking him here, unless D. Marxo does it. Who did he take? He took Ty Jerome. How about the starting 4 for the Boston Celtics, baby? Chris motherfucking Boucher. Welcome aboard.
So what's funny is that so we were big on that we were going to smash him and that we thought his ADP was going to run crazy. But
we're the only one drafting him.
Sam Hauser's has like run crazy. It's like they signed Chris Boucher and people started drafting Sam Hauser. And I'm like, wait a second. Shouldn't you already have been drafting Sam Hauser?
Yeah. Lively's a good pick there too, but we already have 2 bigs. We're not taking another big. We have, you missed it. We got Wemby at the 5 and then Mobley with a 3rd round pick. So we're not taking another big. Yeah, dude, Chris Boucher, like even if he only plays 24 minutes a game, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. I was hoping Ty Jerome was going to still be there. Let's take a look at some guards. What's the matter?
George.
I know. Although I think I like drafted him too high. So we got Davion Mitchell. I like Cole Anthony. I like here. If we want to do more New Orleans Pelicans, we've got Fears. I don't know. Anybody else you like here?
Go back up.
I mean, Io's fine too. I think I like Davion more. Huh?
I like Io best of that group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Weisberg, if those guys get hurt, we're fucked anyways. Wait, are you going to say Io or Davion?
I would go Io.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like if you take unless you think Lively is going to outperform the other guys in the flex spot. We can't do it.
No. Good thing about Lively is that there's plenty of teams who'll be able to get him on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I take Lively as my third big in a lot of drafts where I have, like, if I'm just doing a something 3 build, Lively is my third in a lot. All right, so right now we're at 672. Is there any, like, who have you had a 16th round pick that you've been excited about lately? I mean, Ryan Dunn. There's Ryan Dunn. Jay Huff is a fan favorite, but we're not clicking him in this one.
But, like, we probably want a guard here, eh?
I think so. If either of these are available, like Davion or Cole Anthony, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I guess Cole Anthony. I'm not big on Davion, really.
Dude, he was so good the second half of the season.
Yeah, but I think Norm Powell can eat into that a bit.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. They paid him though, didn't he? Didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lonzo with the Max Strus injury. How about that?
He's not going to play any back-to-backs. Like, I almost like a stab at Terrence Shannon almost.
Cedric Coward.
Even like long shot on Nick Clifford. Sacramento's just such a shit show. Play into that.
Mm-hmm. I think I like Terrence Shannon. What about Reed Shepherd?
Yeah. I mean, Houston just has so many guys.
Yeah, the Reed Shepherd plays if Giannis gets traded to Houston, because then Reed's going to Milwaukee.
You're banking on Giannis getting.
Dude, I think it's in play. Dude. They're going to be under 500 after Christmas, man.
I guess
that team sucks. I was looking at the roster today. That team sucks
so bad. So maybe that's the Cole Anthony pick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I threw Gary Trent Jr. in there too, because he's going to play a ton of minutes.
Yeah, but he sucks.
He does suck. All right, fine. Cole Anthony. I don't know if Cole Anthony's going to get back to us, but then
Cedric Coward is that Cedric Coward?
Yeah,
he's a guard.
Mm-hmm. Like how tall is he though? I thought he was like 6'10".
I thought he was like a power forward.
I did too. Hold on. Let's see. Cedric Coward he's a small forward. He's 6'6".
Okay.
All right, maybe we take him.
I don't hate it. Yeah, Terrence Shannon.
Siglier, why would we be mad about that? That's great. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
I think we take Coward if he's there.
Yeah, this is our last pick, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the lobbies are saying.
Yeah, if there's one that's close to filling, we can run one more back, and if not, we'll call it. But I'm happy to run one more if you guys want. And then just a couple of other things too, guys. If you are not over on Splash Sports with us, we've got college football pick'em. We've got what else we got? We've got like NFL stuff going on. We got a Survivor League. We got a weekly pick'em thing. So go join that if you haven't. I'm going to drop a link here in a second. But I think the first thing kicks off this weekend. Oh, did Michael Longfellow's leaving SNL? Damn. Everybody's leaving SNL. But yeah, we've got a link to that. Let's copy and paste that as we're one pick away. But yeah, go join that. We've got, what else we got going on? We've got the So Rare Short Port Show is at 4:00 on the So Rare channel. We're going to be doing that every Thursday. The NBA show will be living there. The NBA Bit Marathon is going to be back. We started reaching out to some guests. We already got a sponsorship secured. It's a lot of fun. Let's get Cedric right here. Cedric Coward. You happy with this? 772?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I just quickly, Matty Harrison finished with Ant, Siakam, Maxey, then Double Big, Z, and Duran. His boy Asar Thompson, Scam Thomas, Scam Johnson, Malik Monk, Mark Will, Jabari Smith, Filipowski, Irby, Schroeder, Jaquez, and Big Dick. Boston base went, let's see, AD, JB, Fox, White, Butler, Lowry, Rudy, Nembhard, Klingon. Gordon, Eason, Beal, Wells, Brooks, Dort, Report, Davion. So is that 2 bigs? No, 3 bigs. You had AD too. Solid. Good stuff. Good stuff. So what did you say? We're waiting for 6 more. Is that what people are?
Yeah, we're waiting for 6 more. So I don't know if people in the chat want to jump in.
Yeah, if we
haven't already.
Yeah, I'll wait like 5 minutes or so. If that fills up, we can run one more, and we can do it on yours if you want.
Yeah, I'm in there. So if we get a couple people added here, then we can. We'll stick around and do one more.
Yeah. There was another thing I was gonna say too. Shit. We also have. I don't know if you guys are. We've got like a couple spots left for guillotine style fantasy football draft tonight. That's at 9:00. That's like a $25 thing. So there's a couple. We can run it with if it doesn't fill because it's guillotine style. But if you'd like to do it, jump in. Just let me know. We'll get you in there for tonight. Here, TST, you want to share your screen? Is that cool?
Yep.
We'll throw that in there. Win sleeper drafts. Yeah, we're in sleeper drafts right now. You missed them. Oh, I forgot you still have access to this.
Yeah. I came in here. I was like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to click anything.
SNL is it's not ending. It's still happening. I was paying attention because there's people in the Zakarian sphere that are close to it. So I was curious. I gotta make a potty break if we're gonna do this. So okay. You're in charge. You're in charge.
Get in this draft, people. We want this to fill. Actually, one thing I could do is I could check what the other one is. We could do a mini one if that one's closer to filling too. Check that one out. Yeah, man. Matic, ask me anything. Let's go. Okay, if this bounce pass is closer, we could also do that. We're waiting for 3 people in the bounce pass. Oh, we're at 4 in the double dribble. That one will probably fill quicker, but we'll keep an eye here. The guillotine. Concierge. Getting this double dribble. What's the most annoying thing about teaching in Canada? Well, our budget just got cut by like $350 million. So our school budget went from 1.1 million to 50K till November. So that's pretty annoying, I would say. But okay, we're waiting for 4. We're getting there, guys. Hop in.
All right, we're still waiting for 4.
We're waiting for 4. I also hopped in the bounce pass. We're waiting for 3 there, but
all right. Let's see. I am now at, what did I say? I think I've done 30. No. Wow. Okay. I've done 30 double dribbles and 13 bounce passes.
13 bounce passes.
Yeah, but it looks like this hasn't been updated. This is only counting 35 of my ownership, which is too bad. I would like to. Oh, there we go. So this is counting 43. So all of them. All right. Let's see. Who do you think my highest owned? Well, I kind of gave it away earlier. My highest owned guy.
Your highest owned guy?
Yeah.
You gave it away earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, Trey Murphy.
Trey Murphy. We're at Trey Murphy at 44%. I've got one other guy, and I'll give you a hint, is a wing over 40% as well.
Chris Boucher.
No, that happened too late.
Yeah, you got some in early.
Yeah. Bilal Koulibaly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. Ballwell's in the double dribble. We love to see it. All right, highest owned guards here. Jordan, it's kind of sprinkled around, but we get a lot of Poole, a lot of Cam Thomas, a lot of Keontae. Yeah, that's kind of it. Nobody really spread around there. But the bigs, man, the bigs are kind of fun here. I'm 18% Wemby. Ooh. 16% Huff and Filipowski. 15% Jokic.
Is this for both or just double dribble?
This is for both. This is for both. Let me do just double dribble. Let's do. Okay, just double dribble, 17% Jokic, 17% Wemby, 20% Filipowski, still 46% Koulibaly, 43% Murphy. Oh, and then one other wing made it into the 40% range.
Another
The
wing?
German.
Franz?
Franz. I think because
that makes sense if you're using my ranks.
Yeah, we had Franz. You ended up moving him back a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit, just because.
But he's still going ahead.
It was getting out of hand. I also like, I was hearing some stuff for Orlando. Like, okay, is like how much is Bane going to eat into Paolo and Franz? I still think not enough, but like, also like their stuff, right? Like Franz was out, Paolo's out, Suggs was only there when they weren't there. Like, so all their like numbers are kind of murky. And that they're young, like, so like a lot of projections would like kind of skew maybe a little higher than they should be.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. I just think there's like I feel like Franz is gonna outscore Cooper, and I'm starting to talk myself into flag a little bit more. That's a lot to ask of a rookie who's playing with like Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, D'Angelo Russell, all the other bigs they have.
Cooper should be going in the 50s, and then you'd have a lot more fun clicking them.
I know.
Like with that next bunch of wings. Like,
right.
Then you could be like, this would be fun, and click them over someone that you should. But
yeah.
But really, like, is he going to outscore Trey Murphy?
I think I would be, if he was going close to Trey Murphy, I would be like alternating clicks.
Yeah.
Like I'd want to be pretty even. And it sucks. I mean, I have moved Cooper Flag up a little bit, and I've taken him a few times just because I don't want a full fade.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Like if we had no ADP, he'd be going way later, I think.
Yeah. And, Weisberg said he's going to have the ball a ton. Okay. But what does he need to like average to pay that off?
Right now, a lot.
Right?
To pay off where he's at?
Yeah. So you assume he's not going to be a 25 a game scorer. So he's got to what? He's going to be like 14, 12, and 8?
Like he's ranked as the 28th best player right now.
He's going ahead of Evan Mobley.
That's crazy.
And again, I think, if he was in that DeMar, like I'd click him ahead of DeMar DeRozan. Not every time, but I'd be comfortable doing that. I don't know. It's a lot to ask.
Even that, like, I still think DeMar DeRozan's going to score.
DeMar makes me nervous because I
would click him because it's more fun.
Yeah.
And like all that. But other than that, like, I think Cooper Flag has had a great season if he's a top 50 fantasy player. That
would be an incredible season.
But that's not even paying off.
Because who's the next rookie going?
I think Ace Bailey, no?
At 94, 95. Yeah. And I mean, he's going to get more offensive. Well, maybe not more offensive opportunity. I don't know. I mean, if Cooper Flag's really playing point forward, that's one thing. But again, there's just, PJ Washington, Gafford, Lively, Anthony Davis, all big men, Clay,
D'Angelo Russell.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of mouths to feed. But if he's the one dishing it, then I guess there's a case for it. But we'll see. And who knows? Nico might trade him.
For LeBron?
For LeBron, straight up.
Get that LeBron defense.
Wait, listen, he went number 2 in that draft. What's crazy is that guy did a normal draft from there on out. That was the only weird pick he made.
Hey, sometimes you gotta flip the board and get your guys.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, that's more than flipping the board. He flipped the board twice.
He flipped the board over.
Yeah. All right, I say 5 more minutes. If this doesn't creep up, we might call it.
We got 4 left. Now, the other thing we could do is we got 3 for the bounce pass. The other thing we could do is see how many people in here aren't in the bounce pass that would flip over to it too.
Yeah, you can do the bounce pass if you want. But yeah, I would say we wait 5 more minutes. If one fills, dope, and if not, we'll call it there. And I'm gonna be doing this at least weekly, probably twice a week, starting in September, which is next week.
And these will fly off once NFL is filled too.
Yeah, we just need NFL to start. And then especially once we get to October, I think they'll really fly.
Yeah.
Because
people are cramming their NFL in.
Yeah, there was like 1 week where I thought these were filling very quickly, and I was like, "Wow, this thing's gonna fill so fast." But then it's really slowed down. Like the bounce pass is basically 50%, I think, 45% full, and the double dribble, I don't want to say it's 11. So double dribble's got a long way to go.
Yeah, the bounce pass I think slowed down the double dribble.
Yeah, I'm glad I wish it was like 5K to first, and they made the contest a little bit bigger. But it is nice to just have like a $3 option, especially if people are playing for the first time, just to have something a little different.
I think it like shows growth in the space, so it's good to see. But it's it definitely slowed down the other one.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. Like in the end, it's all gonna fill. But
I know every time we think there's gonna be overlay, it just goes nuts in the last like 48 hours and fills.
Yeah.
Every time.
Not going to happen. Okay, we got 2 more in the bounce pass. If anyone's not in there, switch over because I think it's our best shot here.
Let's fill the bounce pass. Let's see if we get any more Eurobasket.
Now it's 3 more, though, in the double dribble. So.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So we got Bosnia beat Cyprus. Let's see what our guy...
Dirk was having a little bit of a throwback in the first quarter there. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. I was going to say he finished with 18 and 6, but somebody named Simsits from Cyprus finished with 22. But they smoked them 91-64. And then what else do we have over here? We got a couple late games. Greece and Italy starts in 20 minutes, and so does Slovenia and Poland. So we got Giannis and Luka playing at the same time.
That's fun.
That is fun.
Okay, one more.
All right. What are your thoughts on tennis? They're good. I like tennis.
Tennis good.
Yeah, we're talking about that at the top, voice. Where 23 and 18 was fun. Knocking down triples, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched some Sandro Mamu highlights, and I was like, damn, should this guy be getting minutes?
Dude, do you remember that?
Should I be drafting him?
Do you remember that? Yeah. That like with 13, what did he play? 13 minutes and had like 19 points, 5 steals, like something crazy like that.
I haven't watched him that much. Like, I mean, I'm not watching that many Spurs games to start with on the East Coast over here.
He's not playing that many Spurs
and then
games.
He's also not in there. But I didn't know he could move like that.
Sandra, yeah, man, you little Manu.
I thought he, was more of a banger.
YMCA Mamu, man. I mean, Manu.
Because also in FIBA, his name's Alexander.
Yeah.
Like his real name, whereas in the NBA it's Sandro. So I was like, wait a second. This is like my guy. It's not his brother or something, right? So I had to look up and make sure that it was like
start him over Pirtle, man.
I'm just saying, like, if you think the Raptors are gonna suck, maybe you should be drafting him.
And I will say, I do think the Raptors are gonna suck, but the East is gonna suck, so maybe it's fine.
Okay, we need one more in the bounce pass.
Yeah, let's make the bounce pass work.
If you're in the double dribble, switch over to the bounce pass.
There we
go. If you're not in the bounce passes already, and then we can get this thing going. Because it's tough to leave with one.
Yeah, we can't leave with one. We got to do it. Then I got to do some baseball research so I know what the hell I'm talking about here at 4:00. Also, shout out So Rare, man. I think it's wild it took them this long to figure out their content schedule, but I love that they're doing it now. Basically got like 7 days a week programming.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like with soccer being like a very like night of the week type sport, more NFL style. I feel like they can do different leagues on different nights or whatever, and really.
You got French dudes talking, German dudes talking. And then it's funny, like they get pretty decent viewership, and then the baseball show starts, and it's like 9 of us. We might do some live before lock over there though for NBA
cool.
this year. Yeah. Still figuring it out, yeah. But I don't know, dude. Ask Dream Shaker Weisberg. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he retweeted a bunch of stuff. That's their content.
Okay, guess my highest exposed.
All right, it is well, I honestly would have guessed Franz Wagner just based on your rankings. Let's see something. DeMar DeRozan.
No.
All right. Let's see. Is it the first third of the draft, second third, or the end of the draft?
End of the draft.
Oh, Huff.
No.
Interesting.
Huff's my biggest. I got 26 Huff. He is my highest owned big.
No, not Jalen Wells. I feel like I was talking you into Jalen Wells. Ryan Dunn?
Nope. It's a wing, though.
Did we talk about him that last draft?
Oh, yes, we did. Well, actually, no, we didn't talk about him.
Okay. Well, that's confusing.
We weren't allowed to talk about him.
Chris Boucher?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Wait, how much Boucher do you have?
39%.
Wow. Dude, I think I only have like 4 shares of Boucher. Let me see. Oh no, I have 14%. All right, we're good.
Second highest I haven't drafted in a while, but he was really high up there, and that is Trey Johnson.
Yeah, man, I feel like his ADP shifted a little bit.
I was like way higher on him, but just like basically was looking for just like Washington down the stretch type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I guess like I was a little lower on Cam Whitmore and stuff. So I kind of like switched those around. But
yeah,
I basically have 1 or 2 Washington players every draft, no matter what.
I do too. I mean, I so much Bub, so much Bilal. Yeah, Weisberg saying that's a lot of Boucher. I got to tell you though, man, like when you look at rounds 15 and 16, show me another guy who's going to be starting. And if you've paid attention to Boucher at all, like he's just a fantasy point per minute guy. He just like doesn't play enough. And this Celtics team blows when it comes to front court. Although now they got the Portuguese prince that was promised in the Miles Queta. But I think if Boucher is going to play 24 minutes a game, that's a great pick.
When he was a rookie on the Raptors, we used to joke at every time he'd check into the game because he only got like garbage minutes.
Yeah,
he would chuck up 3 shots within 10 seconds.
Oh,
every time he touched the ball, bam, jacket 3.
Yeah, he's like tall Cam Thomas, man. He just like gets in, shoots, and then he gets a couple of blocks too. Yeah, he's like a garbage time guy. He's a Delano Banton type. Like he's gonna get in there and get after it.
We got action.
All right, let's go. Get out of the double dribble.
Oh,
Weisberg at the 101. You're 103. Anybody else we see in here? Not that I recognize.
Okay. Also, Chris Boucher was like a big topic in our group chat because he used to come play summer. He's from Montreal, so when he was still at Oregon, he'd come play in the summer league.
Okay.
My boys' team were 2-0 against him. So anytime he has like anytime he's in the news or has a big stat line, someone in the chat just goes 2-0.
That's great. That's great. Also, thank you, Boston Base, for the cookie party. Just ate a freshly baked Costco cookie. That's great. Shout out Costco.
Oh, Costco M&M cookies. I don't know if they still have them. Haven't seen them in a while. Those were good. We have a Costco pretty close to us, actually, which is kind of nice. Although when
when I host trivia on Thursday nights, which is tonight, but I bike there because it's just easier than taking the train. But I have to go past the Costco, and it truly is like a Frogger trying to not get smushed by a car. This is just chaos over there.
So I found this out somewhat recently, but in the States, can you go to the Costco food section without a membership?
No, I don't think so. No, I think you need
Like the hot dog and pizza or whatever. Like that section.
I think you can do that.
Like so, like the kids, like a couple schools ago, kids I taught, they said that like they would like go and hang out there, and I was like, you guys all like use Costco memberships there? And they're like, no, like, you know, if we want to go out to eat, it's like super cheap or whatever. So they just go
like the mall.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh. It's like, guys, come on.
That's crazy. Yeah, go do drugs, you cowards.
Yeah, exactly. You guys try alcohol? You guys try flirting with alcohol poisoning ever? It's a great thing to do as a teenager. Okay, we started off Wemby.
Wow, back-to-back drafts, we just get Wemby, although mine was way cooler than yours.
Yeah. Also, like yours, you won $100,000, and mine, we can win
2K though. Still cool.
2K.
Yeah, I really did ruin it though, but not ruin it. It was still a good pick, but taking Giddy next was like pretty boring.
Yeah, I get but I still think it was the right pick.
No, I do too. Just boring. There you go, Weisberg. Got some Jokic. So I do kind of like that they added the photos. Like this does look cool when you're looking at the draft board, but this messed you up quite a bit, right?
I fixed it today though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice. How long did that take to fix it?
I don't know, like 20 minutes.
Okay, so it wasn't too bad. I thought this was going to be like a 4-week thing.
No, it really it was just annoying.
Yeah.
But it really didn't take like too long to fix. But yeah, I guess with the names, it's cool. Or the photos, I mean.
TST, I think we're going to have to pull you out of retirement for Live Before Lock for the marathon show.
Oh, the marathon show?
Yeah, I won't make you do it every week, but
okay.
I think we might have to get you out for the marathon show.
Okay, maybe I can do that.
Tuesday, it's a Tuesday night.
The Tuesday night? Oof. That might not be possible.
No? What do you get going? What's your Tuesday night schedule like these days? You got a darts league?
No. My girlfriend coaches like at CJEP, which is like kind of like in a weird thing that only exists in Quebec. It's kind of like you could kind of think of it as like a JUCO or community college almost. But
okay.
like you have to go there before university. So like high school
like
ends at grade 11. Well, like high school ends at grade 11, and then it's like CJEP. So then you do like what we would think of grade 12 and first year university there.
Okay.
And then you go to university and you do it like you're 1 year ahead of someone that didn't do CJEP. Like
okay.
So it's like really unique to there, but she coaches flag football there. So she coaches on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So it's
cool.
I'm single parenting those nights. So that's
all right. Well, maybe it'll rain.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to get you and George both out of retirement for that Tuesday night.
But we could maybe work something out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's early. How close are you to Toronto?
I'm like a 6-hour drive.
Oh, you're not that close. Okay, I thought you were closer. You're closer to Montreal than Toronto?
Yeah, I live in Montreal, so
okay. All right, then yes. All right, we're on the clock. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so
it's gotta be Josh Giddey.
You got Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson, yeah. Click Jalen Johnson because Giddey might be there when you come back.
That's not bad.
I know that's ADP, but I love Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, I have him ranked ahead of ADP, so like that's kind of a win. Mobley's probably going to be here,
and Weisberg missed our conversation about the Knicks.
Who'd he take? Brunson. See, so do you remember the one I sent you the screenshot?
Yeah.
It was New York and someone else with a bad schedule.
Wasn't it No.
Minnesota.
Oh,
Okay, Giddy or Mobley here?
I would go Giddy. Let's get you a guard. Wait, who was the? Let me scroll up. I'll scroll up in our messages. It was the Knicks, and it was
Phoenix. Booker. It was Booker.
Phoenix, yes, that's right. Because we were talking about taking Booker at the turn.
Yeah. So like, what did I do in that one? I went 3 straight guards. I know that.
You went. Excuse me, man. Cade, Booker, Brunson.
Yeah, Cade, Booker, Brunson. So like, that's a situation where like both Booker and Brunson have two game playoff weeks, but the other one has 4. So they like complement each other like really nicely. So like, I have all 3 of those guards. I have 2 out of the 3 playing 4 games each game of the finals, each week of the finals. So like, they actually kind of complement each other. So like, I'm willing to like kind of get a little weird at the beginning. I'll go 3 straight guards, 3 straight wings, and then like kind of figure it out later. And I think that's like where like people haven't caught up. I think those builds are better than even the stats currently show because people aren't doing it. And like ones that are doing it are probably like there's a lot. I think there's a lot of auto drafting that happens at this time of year because people join lobbies and then forget, and then it feels like way later. Or at least that always happens to me. So maybe I'm just like
no, I think that's right. I think that's right.
And you can kind of tell because you'll be in a lobby and all of a sudden it like starts going super fast, and it's because like after 3 picks or something, it switches you to the airplane mode automatically.
Right.
And when it does that, people are.
I do like that they tell you they do it now. They're like, "Hey, BT Dubs."
Well, that's how that happened to me, and that's why I noticed that I was like, so I half autoed one the other day, so I like was able to hop in because I got the notification being like, "You're on airplane mode." I'm like, "Oh fuck, I forgot that I didn't exit that."
I'd asked about Toronto because Montreal was in the conversation too. We were just talking about doing like a shorter trip this fall. But we're on the clock here. Oh, Big Z's
here. I think, I don't know.
Zubac or Miller probably for me, or Randall. I guess Randall too, but
yeah, Trey's there too.
Trey's not going to be there by the time you get back.
I know.
Weisberg's going to click one of them for sure. So you could take Trey there if you wanted.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm not Zoobs. I'm worried about.
Oh yeah.
I just feel so like Zubac and Daniels ADP are because they were smashes last year. And like, I don't see there's much of a world where like Zubac pays off his ADP. I mean, he did fall a little bit there because he's been going like 40s. So maybe I should have if I was focusing a little more. But like in general, like I don't see a world where like, okay, he's like a big hit there. And like, because you can get other bigs later.
Yeah. No, that's like, fair.
Because there we're locking down a 2 big build, right? Like,
right.
As my first, yeah, like I still take him and everything, but like him and Daniels are just like, so much of it is from last year. It's like you don't get what they did last year, and you don't get the price that you paid last year. And as I
kind of trust Zubac a little bit more.
You're not worried about Brook Lopez though?
No. Oh, you're on the clock here.
Yeah.
Little Bane?
Jalen Green.
Or just go get Miles Bridges, get a third wing.
I'll go Bane.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think Zubac is a little bit safer. I'm not scared. Brook Lopez is 100. They do completely different things. It's like a different style of play. I just think he's safer. I think he's a workhorse. He's like, he doesn't miss a lot of time. So I still like him. I do think you're right that he's probably at the top of what his ADP should be at, but I'm still okay taking some of him.
Yeah. But like also like the guys they added, I don't think really hurts him besides the Lopez thing. I think just like, okay, like maybe he just like limits him by like 2 minutes, you know, like in the grand scheme of things.
Sure.
Lopez isn't gonna like steal his job, but like that's just like that's a starting level big from like production, maybe not from health anymore. Like he's like kind of Al Horford-esque, right? Like that, like Al Horford is like a starting quality big when he plays, but he's just like he can't do it the whole time. Like in the playoffs, you're happy when you have that person on the floor. But
yeah, I thought Brook Lopez was so bad last year.
Was that kind of they weren't that good too? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Rabono was asking if there's been any sort of like wild ADP swings. I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing like crazy, I don't think. Like, except for the initial.
Yeah, the initial run of like Alex Sarr jumping up quite a bit, who just went 67th. I feel like he was in the 80s when we started. Andrew Wiggins, we talked about Wiggins. He's gone up like 20 something draft spots.
Yeah, that's actually a good shout though. The Sarr, like the bigs in general.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Brandon Ingram here. If you like look, there was like this point where all the bigs steamed up. So like we had like Cat went to like the start of the like was getting taken at the first turn. Sengun moved up to like the middle of the second from like the end of the second. Used to be able to get like maybe some like Wemby Sengun. Now that's like pretty hard to get. Bam and Mobley moved up, and then like Sarr jumped way up, and then you're like Dern and Ayton moved up a little
Turner,
bit,
even a little bit,
and then your Pirtle, Mark Williams, and that like grouping, and Yeka, all of them moved up. So I'd say bigs is probably the ones that have like moved the craziest. If we just like, if we actually want to look at it, I'll share this. If we look at the last month.
Oops. Look at this guy just in the sheets.
Jalen Wells.
There we go. Shut that. We did that. That was us.
Yeah. I'm on.
Jeremy Sohan was not us.
We're on the clock here. Hold on.
Ooh, dominating? Or Scam Thomas? No, you get two guards. Dominating, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ramona mentioned Keita. I don't know if Keita. I haven't seen Keita move up too much. He is supposed to start. I think Keita is fine if that's like way at the end. If that's in like your last two rounds. I don't know where is Keita going. What's his ADP?
Keita's like way late, like 180s.
Yeah. I like that as a late pick.
But yeah, so like Jalen Wells, big one. Sam Hauser's been a big riser. Some of these are like just like because they didn't have one. Lively was like crazy. It was like 170, and Gafford was 150. That didn't make any sense.
I do think the DeAndre Hunter jump makes so Max Strus now is going to miss the first couple months, right?
Yeah. But that happened before that.
Oh, interesting.
If you look last week, it's only moved up 2.
Yeah. Rabono's saying confused why Keita. I think because like he is starter in name, but I think the belief is that everybody on that team is going to play 24 minutes. So I think that's probably why there was a little hesitation there. But I think Keita is fine. But I wanted to just real quick on your Brandon Ingram pick. It is kind of nuts, man. Like if Ingram returns to form, he should be going in that DeRozan range.
Yeah. I think everyone's low on the Raptors. But what I would say is that contracts don't matter to your fantasy output. It's not like how many dollars they're paid divided by the points or something like that.
And the other thing is the other thing too, though, like everybody's like, oh, there's a lot of mouths to feed. There's 5. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like, yes, they're starting 5. It's like, okay, Emmanuel Quickly, Ingram, Barnes, Pirtle, and who am I forgetting? Oh, RJ Barrett. But then it's nobody. Yeah,
and I would say that would be more of a concern if you're talking about Quickly or RJ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no world that Brandon Ingram is playing like full minutes and whatever, like that he's not the guy that gets what he wants.
Right. Really. And I think if the East is as bad as it is, you might not have to worry about the tanking as much. All right, now what do we do? You get your Scoot?
Yeah, I think I'm going Scoot here. Just quickly check.
People do not want to draft Scoot this season. I had to move
Scoot
him down because
or-
I was taking him so much.
Scoot or Kevin Porter, I'd go here. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I've been clicking KPJ ahead of Scoop, but
Kevin Porter's schedule fits a little better.
yeah. I think Scoot obviously has a higher ceiling, but man, like Drew, the addition of Drew Holiday, like Sharp still being there. I mean, I guess they did get rid of Simons, so there's some safety there, but I think I just want to be pretty even on those guys.
I doubt it will because Weisberg's there and he needs some guards. But I was going to say there's a better chance Kevin Porter comes back. After this pick, I'll show what I'm doing in the background too.
Yeah.
Maybe just talk a
Yeah,
little bit through.
Put it behind a paywall, dude. You get you like $3.99 from everybody, man.
I don't know if it's ready. I don't think the like $30 I'm gonna make is worth the time of dealing with people when it's all broken and shit.
That's true. It is pretty sick though.
Fuck. I don't like where we're going with guards right here. Pull up.
Well, now
Keontae.
the Monk thing is crazy. I don't know what to do with him.
I was clicking him way too much too.
Me too, man. Well, I kept thinking DeRozan was going to be the guy that got moved, and I'm like, oh, you're scared of Dennis Schroeder's arrival? Like, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, okay. Like Dennis Schroeder would be good off the bench or something.
Yeah.
But
This is a gross spot.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go wing here. Maybe Bobby Portis.
The old Bobby Lobby.
Or I'll go John Collins.
There you go.
I think I'll just take the ADP value. You know, we're gonna be fading Giannis on this one. We got Wemby instead of Giannis, so maybe Giannis doesn't play that much. So Bobby goes off, right?
Yeah.
So we can play that one.
Weisberg saying he loves Ware over KP just because I think he'll play more. Yeah, unless Spoelstra has anything to say about it.
Man, KP I think is a good click.
Pick 100, I'm okay with it.
Okay. So built this out a little bit. So basically, first off, it's gotta like shout out all the football people that this is kind of based on. Like all the big projection sites made like overlays and fancy things like that. But Easy DFS has a pretty sick one for NFL. And basically I saw like his YouTube video explaining his, and I was like, oh, I could maybe do that for that. So big shout out to him because it's definitely based heavily on that. But like I basically did the same research that they did for like the manifesto or whatever, and then kind of incorporated that in and then did some sim stuff. So basically like you got your lineup going on the left side here, and then on the right is like the recommendation based on like ranks and stuff. I can adjust like how much different things are valued, but a couple of the like things that are a little different here are this, which is like suggested draft capital based on what you've done so far. And then different constructions. So like right now it's telling me to build a 682, a 772, or an 853 as kind of my three options. And that makes sense because we went like pretty early on the big. We are on the clock though here.
Ooh, Keontae, easy. Or Tumani's fun there too.
Yeah, Tumani is fun. I'm not clicking him enough.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to go guard here though because I got 4 already. Yeah. Keontae is fun to fall there. So we'll go back to this one. Yeah, so basically like here, I'm going to type in Keontae and then everything will like slowly update here. So it'll run like, okay, based on now, what are your possible allocations with your draft capital to the different lineups. It'll suggest what to draft next up here. And then a new sim will run. So like a couple things I like to do like right now is over here, like you have their raw projections and their points. I'm back on the clock. We will go
scam.
Who? Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're home run hunting right now is what we're doing.
Yeah, we have no Washington guys yet. So
yeah, I'm starting to talk myself into Pajimski right now too. I'm like,
that's who I almost clicked there actually.
Yeah.
Where was I here?
Running Sims.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Over. No, I want this one. So in this, like, this is their raw outputs based on their projections and like how much it would add to your team. So basically it recreates every week, and based on the guys you have in your lineup, would this player beat any of your lineup? So like here, Mark Williams, he might be off the board because I have an update here. He would add 260 points to my team if everyone hit their projection. So it's based on your projections being good. And then what the sim does is it like uses standard variation to like actually simulate every game. So they might go higher than their projection or lower. And then it sims it all out and adds it up. And like, so in this sim, Mark Williams would actually like add 380 points. So that's above. So where it's like interesting for like the sims is when like a player projects lower or higher. And what also the sims help with is that it factors in like how compatible the schedule is of that player versus the ones you've drafted. Because like even when the sim runs, like obviously the players on your team, if they in the sim underperform, it's going to look like everyone's helping you. But if they're underperforming in weeks where this player has more games, that's going to show up in the sim a little bit as well. So like early on, I look a little more on the raw points, especially like finals stuff. If there's a player like late in the draft that adds me final points, that means that's kind of like filling a hole maybe that might be on my roster. So I like that. And then the sims for late is really nice. Cause like, if you look at this right now, it's like, oh, this guy projects lower than everyone on your roster. So it looks like he's going to add 0 points, but like, that's not how the NBA works. That's not how all this works. So like, it kind of helps when you're picking between your late picks and you're like, oh, I just want to keep clicking like Keyshawn George every single time. And it's like, okay, well, in this sim, he didn't help at all. And like, you know, Clarkson actually adds like 200 points. So like, maybe I should like mix it up a little more. So basically like, that's like a quick overdue. The problem with this draft right now is we got a lot of auto pickers. So it gets back to me way too fast.
Yeah. I will say too, for a little TST love as he's about to make his pick. So before here, I'll let you talk through the pick first.
I think Collier does it.
Yeah.
This is like actually like fallen.
You had talked about or you had done your projections, like your minute projections and everything, kind of just off of research before Basketball Monster BBM, for those who might use it, released all their info. But you ended up being pretty spot on with a lot of what their projections ended up being, right?
Yeah, I didn't have to like change very many minutes. The difference is like I use like a Darko, which is like a projectable thing to like factor in with the minutes, and that like if you look at their actual per game projections versus my per game projections or per minute, I guess you could say, they vary. So I ended up like blending a bunch of things to get like my projections, and like I altered some of my things based on that. PJ Washington, Terry Eason.
Would you do a third big here because DeAndre Ayton was your second, or are you stopping at 2?
I could do 3. I just wouldn't do it yet.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
So like the sim loves Quentin Grimes.
Okay.
So like here's like where like I don't love PJ. I don't love Terry Eason. Like I have a lot of PJ because now his ADP's changed a little bit, but I was ahead. I might have moved him back a bit. I wasn't like loving any of those picks. And then this sim liked Quentin Grimes. I mean, there's a case that Quentin Grimes smashes if A, he signs a contract, and B, you know, in Philadelphia, things go to the shit again.
Right.
There's a way that he definitely smashes. So like he's like kind of that upside pick, and it's just kind of like opens your eyes. The Philly schedule kind of fits too. Like it's saying that I would add points in the playoffs, and this late in the game, if the raw adding points is saying something, it's a pretty good indication that their schedule lines up with your players a little bit. I don't know if I love that I went Keontae Isaiah Collier though.
I think when you're there at that point of the draft, I don't hate it, right? Because you already have Giddey, Bane, Scoot Henderson, and then you're like banking on one of them popping.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
No.
But, I just didn't notice it until it came up.
So we're 5 picks away here. Our guy Chris Boucher just staring at us.
I know, eh?
Although Santi too, I really do. I mean, I think Santi Aldama has a chance to crush, especially if these guys aren't healthy.
Yeah. And you know what? The Sims love Santi here.
Let's do it. If Santi this guy shouldn't take. I don't think he's allowed to take a 5th big, right?
He can't.
Santi season.
But do I try to push him? 71.
You got to watch out for Weisberg though.
Yeah. Not really worried anything. So I'm definitely shutting it down here at bigs.
Yeah.
If
I
you take
think that's a great.
If you take a big in the first round, you should not be taking 4 bigs.
Yeah. That's a great 3rd big though. And then, so do you try to take a wing here, or are you just like whatever?
So here, yeah, we're 6'5", 3". We could probably shut it down at guard.
Yeah, just spray some wings.
With Giddy, Bane. Yeah, I mean, I'm going wing here, and then I'll decide on my last pick probably.
Just if there's anybody you like.
Yeah, if there's anyone I like. See if there's anything schedule-wise that pops here. Chris Boucher staring at us. Oh, Tatum. Hauser Tatum.
There we go, Weisberg. Corner in the Celtic market, baby.
Took 2 Boston wings and left us Chris Boucher.
Rabona asked if this is Shady's sim, and you created it, right?
Yeah, no, this is my own, but
I do know Shady though. Shady's very sharp.
This like the Sheets runs a new sim each time, basically. Oh my God, Boucher went.
Wow. Ryan done?
Might be done.
Yeah, I've been struggling with the Taylor Hendricks stuff a little bit. No, not even Taylor Hendricks, just Utah in general. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that. Like, they've just got so many dudes, man. I'm not saying don't take Taylor Hendricks. I just am like,
well, I know he'll be there the last pick is why.
Yeah,
I'm
that's true
if I
too.
want to go wing with the last one, because this is what I actually find is that there's wings left over that I like to click last round way more. Like, look, Jarvis Walker's still here. I don't mind Jovic, Taylor Hendricks, Bryce Sensabaugh. I can click either of them and be like somewhat happy. Whereas, like, honestly, once where'd he go? Once Igor Demon goes, there's not really many guards that I like to click.
No. Yeah. Now that Jalen Wells has moved up.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Definitely not on this team, but like Walter Clayton, I could be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He like wins the job at some point. There's like tons of bigs that I like.
Yeah. I know
Like,
Jeb's going to be pissed if you don't take us on Yang.
Also, like, how did I not wait and draft him instead of Santi?
Tristan Vucevic?
No.
Okada, the Portuguese prince.
Yeah. What are we doing here? We didn't draft him in either.
Just a note on Vucevic, who we've kind of talked about like offline. The Wizards depth chart is wild. If you guys haven't looked at it, they've got 45 guards and 45 wings, and then they have 1 center. And that part of the reason Alex Sarr has jumped so high is because it's like, well, they got nobody. Well, the guy that they have behind is Vucevic, and he kind of is more of a wing, I thought, than a big. But he's like a decent fan. I mean, like, you guys are probably familiar just from the So Rare. Like, we would play Vooch. And here's my hot take. Tristan Vucevic outscores Nikola Vucevic this season.
Ooh.
Harrison said, any insight on the Bigs minutes in Charlotte? Fuck, no, dude. I think it's similar to Bot. Oh, sorry, you're on the clock here at the last pick. You going to go Vucevic?
Or Kada, I don't know.
Let's get Kada. Come on, we talked about him.
Yeah.
Shout out Rabona. Rabona will be excited. You got Kata. I think it's going to be similar to Boston in the sense that it's just going to be like 3 different people playing 18 to 22 minutes. I think Cockbrenner's going to get some run at it. Musa Diabate is probably the starter, but he's a little undersized, so I don't see them like. I don't think he can play 30 minutes. Maybe they do.
I don't hate that Bona pick too.
I thought, yeah, the Bona pick's good too.
But see, this is where it's like, okay, I shouldn't have done 4 bigs. I just wanted to click Kata.
Yeah, I know. It's a $3 one.
Yeah, exactly. But like Jay Huff still here.
Yeah.
Cockbrenner still here. Derek Queen, he got injured and everyone forgot about him, but like this is all here. Day'Ron Sharp, like
yeah, especially like, Isaiah Jackson, I think is a fine click too. The Pacers love Isaiah Jackson, and if you don't want to be like super over leveraged on Huff, we just mentioned Diabate, like he's there. Like I think Maluk is like an okay click too, and people are like,
I used to think so.
I don't. Phoenix is not going to be good. And Mark Williams misses so much time, and I love Mark Williams, but he misses so much time. And Nick Richards, the Phoenix Suns traded for Nick Richards and then benched him. Like they know what they got with Nick Richards. This was a 10th overall pick. I think Maluk's going to play.
Okay, so like, look, Jay Huff, Isaiah Jackson. One of these is a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Cockbrenner, Musa Diabate. One of these is a starter. Day'Ron Sharp, high chance that at some point he is the starter. Also, I believe he was like a top 3 scorer 1 week last year.
Yeah.
Derek Queen, who like Zion ends up doing Zion things. He's going to get decent amount of burn. And they made the case for Malak.
They used 2 first-round picks on Derek Queen.
Yeah.
They used their pick and then next year's unprotected.
And this is all undrafted in this draft. Like these are all available in the end.
Well, in the case I want to just make for Isaiah Jackson, I'm seeing Jay Huff drafted far more than Isaiah Jackson, and still not enough that it matters. But that's why I like instead of being like, oh, I'm going to be 40% on Jay Huff, I think it's important to sprinkle that around because those undrafted guys, like if they do hit and you're like one of, 2,000 people, not 1, but like, 3% have Isaiah Jackson. I think that's like a good pivot there late. I don't think there's any need. I don't think there's anybody that is such a great pick that you should be 50% on somebody in this range. I think you should spread this around a little bit.
So not 50% on Chris Boucher?
Well, that's not a 16th round pick for me, brother.
Yeah, Jay Huff was going a lot earlier.
They stopped.
He was like, I think creeping up into the 160s at one point.
But I mean, they, like we said, they could go small with Obi Toppin or Jarris Walker. They still have James Wiseman on the roster too. Like they've got options, not good ones. But
I guess he only went up to like the 170s, so not really. So, but like seeing him go undrafted is very different than earlier in the summer. So it's like kind of changed a bit. But I mean,
because I went on vacation, stopped drafting him.
That's it.
All right, let's call it there. Thank you for hanging out today. TST, thanks for joining and showing some spreadsheets off. We'll be doing this probably twice a week starting next week. I'm not committing TST to doing this twice a week starting next week, but I will at least be twice a week. And then a reminder, 4:00, jumping over on the So Rare MLB show. So go check that out. Join us on Splash Sports, like all the things, subscribe all the things. TST, anything you need to plug right now?
No, I mean, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter at NBA_TST. I put out some NBA basketball stuff. That's pretty much all I'm tweeting these days. So
some good
if you're
graphics.
into that, there's some stuff. Do some ADP tracking every week in the least, and then I've put out some like historical data stuff on it, so you can go back and look at. That.
Go check that out. All right, dudes. Go hang out with Weisberg on the Playback channel as well. And good to see everybody. We'll be back. I don't know. What is today? Today's Thursday. We probably won't have a stream tomorrow, but we'll be back next week. So for TST, for myself, thanks for hanging out. Go sign up for Underdog. Imagine if you watched the 2 hours and you weren't signed up for Underdog. What a dumb plug here at the end. All right, I'm ending the stream.